Hello and a very good afternoon. Good morning. Welcome to Crafters TV. My name's Ben Mosby. Apologies once again for the tardy start. This is the second time today. It's Gremlins. It's the Wednesday afternoon Gremlins. I mean, seriously, they are running around this place and they just get in there pulling wires and all sorts, but we've managed them to chase them out of the building. So hopefully things will be trouble-free for the next hour and 52 minutes. But listen, it will be worth the wait, honestly, because it is a launch day. I said this yesterday, like we've had so many new launches recently, so it's really exciting to come here to Crafters TV, and really, really exciting that we bring you something brand new from the Dreamees. Now, you'll have seen, I think, once before here on the channel, and when they brought products to us previously, stuff was flying out the door, left, right, and centre. It's something just a little bit different that I truly think you are going to absolutely love. We've got loads of you watching already. We'll get all of the questions and comments in just a little bit, but let us get talking about the kind of things that you can be making with these MDF kits from the Dreamees. Now, it's not me. This is the other reason why I'm really excited. Not only Dreamees, but also a lady who I hardly ever get to work with. Wondering whether she's asking that she doesn't want to work with me. I'm getting a bit of a complex. But it's the lovely Leann.
Well, hello, Ben. I would love to work with you more. I promise you I've not requested that I don't work with you. I've requested I work with you more, Ben.
Good.
I'm really excited about these fabulous products because, as you know, and I know you are too, I am a huge fan of the Dreamees. I absolutely adore Carol and Hayley. We'll be talking about them a lot during the show, I'm sure. And the things that we're going to be able to make are absolutely gorgeous. So we're going to have a look at how to make this exquisite little decorative fairy door, which is true. I mean,
Love
just
that.
How beautiful and cute is that? Brilliant for a little girl's bedroom and actually fine for my living room too. We're going to have a look at Easter and have a look at this gorgeous little bunny that I've got here. We're going to be making a little gnome keyring or a bag charm. I'm going to show you how to do that too.
Love that.
Too cute. And then we've got a really lovely piece of home decor. If we've got time, this fabulous piece of home decor with those bunnies on there and those ever-decreasing circles to make a really nice wall hanging or plaque.
Brilliant.
So loads to fit in, Ben, but I think we can do it.
We certainly can. We've got less time than we wanted, but I tell you what, anyone can, we can. Now, I want to run you through all of the different options. If you've not seen these before, they are brilliant at the MDF kits from the Dreamees because everything has been done for you. You've got all of the bits within the kit that you need, and they all simply just press out of the MDF boards for you. So, the first deal that we've got are the Dreamees Nordic Gnomes. This is the embellishment sheet. Basically, what you're going to get with this are the 4 sheets there, and you've got the ability to make your male Nordic gnomes, your male bunny Nordic gnome. There's a sentence I thought I'd never say. You've got your female gnomes and your female bunny Nordic gnomes as well. It's super, super easy to do, as I say, because those will simply just press out of the MDF kit and away you go to get decorating those amazing gnomes. Now, next up, we've got your everyday characters, which I have a feeling will be flying out of the door because these are super, super cute. Within this collection, you're going to get your bunny. You're also going to get owl, fox, dog, cat, and elephant, and you can see with each of the sheets you get 2 larger animals and then you get the 6 smaller ones as well. And once again, as you can see, we'll show you this in full detail in just a bit, but you get all of the little added embellishments to be able to build up all of the characters within that collection. Amazing value for money. Again, $19.99 or $28.49 is the deal on that one. Next up, I mean, come on, are you kidding me? How cute is this? This is your Essentials 10-shaped artboard collection. 30% of this stock has already gone. People remembered the Dreamees from last time, I'm sure. And people were commenting during a wake-up call earlier on this morning saying, yes, love the Dreamees. Dreamees are awesome. We'll definitely be taking advantage of the deals coming up. And these are brilliant. So you're going to get all these artboards. I mean, come on, how cute are these? You've got little Wellington boots. You've got your watering cans. There's your bunnies. There's little baskets. There's those teapots that we saw the demo of a little bit earlier on with Craig. But again, if you're thinking of like cool ideas for Easter, for example, I mean, this kit is lovely. $12.99 or $18.99 is the deal on that. Now, wreaths we have for you as well. Super, super handy are these. Again, because we always say, don't just think of wreaths for kind of Christmas time, you know, Easter time, absolutely these will be brilliant. But also there's so many different things that you can do with these, using the embellishments that you've got, using bits and pieces that you've got from the kits here as well. You have got within this particular collection 10 of your slimline NDF wreath bases, and as you can see, kind of like ever decreasing circles really, plenty to be working with for $9.99 or $14.99. Really, really hugely popular, and something which I think you are going to absolutely love, the fairy door. This, I mean, in my family, my 9-year-old is still a huge, huge fan. Mermaids, fairies, and unicorns, basically. We have many a fairy door in our household, which delivers many fairy goods. She has a little fairy called Thumbelina, does my 9-year-old, that lives behind the fairy door. Very generous fairy too. But this is the ability for you to be able to build your own fairy doors. You've got your fairy embellishments too. And for $14.99, it's amazing what you've got within that collection. $21.99 if you're shopping with us in the US. What I would say is get in nice and quickly because things are going to be flying out of the door, guaranteed. When you see how easy it is to work with these and when you see how creative you can get with them too. Now, one thing I do need to mention, which we've been updating you all on over the course of the last couple of days, are our US shipping updates. Now, just to mention, what's happening here is we are increasing our standard delivery from $9.99 to $12.95 due to everything that's going on with the continued pressure on domestic shipments around the US, everything that's going on with COVID. And we're also upping our threshold for free shipping from 100 to 125 US dollars. There is, however, some good news. We do have a brand new express delivery for you, which is going to allow you to get your crafty goodies even quicker. So it's 3 to 7 business days there, but as I mentioned, we were chatting to Sarah a couple of days ago. She thinks, you know, a lot of those might fall into that 3 to 6 or 3 to 5 days, but basically $19.95 to use that express service to get all of your crafty goodies even quicker. And the brilliant news is if you're platinum or a gold customer, you'll automatically receive that free upgrade to the express service at no additional cost. So again, a big thank you to everyone for all of the patience that you've shown with everything that's going on currently, but some good news there, particularly for our platinum and gold customers. And if you want to get your stuff quicker, you've got the ability to be able to upgrade to that express service now as well. Right, lots to come over the course of this show. And if you want to get social with us, of course, we'd love to hear from you via our Facebook or via our YouTube page. And don't forget, if you do ask a question, if you do leave a comment, you'll be a step closer to winning a prize. A prize, I hear you say, just for commenting. I will tell you more about that a little bit later on. But let's get cracking because these MDF collections are amazing. We've got even more to show you on the show, which we'll get onto in just a little bit. But Leann is getting crafty just the other side of the studio from me. What are you going to be starting off with, Leann?
Off with the gorgeous fairy door. I mean,
yes.
If I had to pick a favourite, this would be my favourite.
Me too.
And I mean, I know I shouldn't have favourites, but I really, really do love it. Just doing a little bit of prep there. And so I thought, let's start at the very beginning because it's always a very good place to start, isn't it? And we'll look at how we're going to create this really lovely little fairy door. So we'll take it slow, as slowly as possible, and we'll build it up, and I'll show you all of the tips and techniques that we need to be able to create something as gorgeous as this from those lovely little laser cut shapes.
Absolutely brilliant. Just whilst we're getting ready for that, a few hellos for you. Terry's in from Ohio, Elizabeth from Texas, Anne says hello everyone from sunny Connecticut, and Gail says good morning all from Indiana. You know what I love most about this show is that I think a lot of our UK viewers perhaps will know all about the Dreamees, and for our US viewers it's going to be introduction into a world which I think you're going to love. Well, I'll tell you more about the kind of Dreamee story a little bit later on and how they all started, but actually loads of you already saying, like Astrid on Facebook, the Dreamees are fab. Hayley is a very talented artist. He's Hayley Carroll and also Jimmy, who makes all of the goodies that you're seeing here too. These are outstanding, says Jeffrey on Facebook, for home deco. Mariah says, these are so cute, I can't handle it. What I would say to you is, if you do see something and you like Mariah and you're going, these are so cute, I've got to get them. Get in quickly because things will fly out of the door. And Shelly86M on YouTube says, these items are great. I've never seen Dreamees before. I'm so looking forward to watching all about it. I mean, making a fairy door. I mean, are you kidding me? This is just the cutest thing. I love it.
I really love it too, and it's incredibly easy to do, Ben. So what I've done is just taken some time to pop out all of the little pieces that come with a fairy door. So I've got the back, I've got the little front door piece, I've got the little toadstools, the whatever that's called for the doors. It'll come back to me in a minute. You know, the metalwork, the hardware, the hardware.
Hinges.
Yes, the hinges and hardware. I've got those all ready. I've got, and I can't, oh, there's my little key. There's my little keyhole, look.
Oh, is that a little letterbox there? A little
yes,
sign?
a little sign, a little, leave your presents here.
Yeah.
Also, love this, look, a door knocker, which is a little heart.
Oh.
With a little door knocker on. How lovely is that? And then, of course, you've got your little window for the door, which I've already started my work on. I'll come to that in a second. And you've got this fantastic little display stand, which just slots into each other there. Could not be more simple, and it's ready to display your door when it's done. And, of course, comes apart very easily if you don't want to glue it, if you want to lie it flat and put it away somewhere nice and safe.
Brilliant.
So we've got all of those pieces ready. Now, I want to show you how I like to colour my laser cut wood pieces. I absolutely love to use, of course, the products that we all know and love and that you've been collecting for ages from Crafter's Companion, which are your sparkle inks and your aqua tints in a jar. Now, you're going to use those with gesso. So if you haven't got a tube, I'm sure we've got this on the show for you. If you haven't got a tube, you're going to get your gesso, and it's going to allow you to mix a myriad of custom different paints. Very, very easy to use. What I've done is just put a little bit of the white gesso in the centre of my little pot there.
Okay.
There we go. You can see just a tiny dot. That's all you need. And then for the other colours that I'm going to mix, I'm going to do the same thing. So I want a little bit. And for small projects like this, you don't need to fill this up and go mad. You only need a little bit. So I'm going to show you the grey and the blue to start. And I might do a little bit of red. We'll see how I feel.
Okay.
So I've got that down, and then what I do is decide which ones I want to prime. And actually we need to prime most of the things before we start adding colour. So I just like to take a little bit of the gesso and a brush, and this is what I was doing with the little window here. I was just painting the gesso on, and what that does is just take away the look of the wood and give me a nice, opaque, flat, smooth, prepared surface that is ready to receive any colouring medium that I would like to put on it.
Is it gesso or gesso?
It's tomato.
Oh, is it? Okay. So basically, that is a perfect...
I say gesso. Do you say gesso?
Well, gesso. Let's call the whole thing off. Yeah, so basically, that is a perfect partner, isn't it, to go in your basket with your MDF goodies?
It really is. I mean, I would suggest, if you're getting them today, just definitely put the gesso in your basket, because you will absolutely need them. So you prepare your pieces. Now, use the size of brush that you need, depending on the size of the piece that you're painting. So you see, I had a smaller brush there, and I'm just putting myself a little bit of more white in there, and I'm going to start preparing the back of this door here. So I'm using a bigger brush because I want to cover more area. And so you see, I'm just honestly painting it on. Just slap it on.
Slap it right. I love the technical terms. Just slap it right on there. You got fairy doors in your house, did you say?
Yes, I love fairy doors.
Yeah.
I really do. I have got a little bit of a thing for them, to be honest. I've got quite a few in my craft room. And I've started making them for my granddaughter.
Oh, I see. Because I was going to say, we have a fairy door. Well, we have a few actually, but the main one is on the top of the landing, just outside my daughter's room. And she's got a fairy that lives there called Thumbelina. Oh. And she writes letters to Thumbelina. And she twigged quite quickly that she's quite nice to Thumbelina and asks for things. And Thumbelina sometimes delivers things back. Yeah.
Oh, so how lovely is that?
Yeah, she's had little sweeties and little toys. And one time she wrote a letter to Thumbelina, she told me about it, that she wanted Thumbelina to bring something for Mummy. And so she wrote a letter to Thumbelina saying, "Dear Thumbelina, please could you bring a bottle of wine for Mummy?" But I said to Daisy, I don't think that will work, because she won't be able to get it through the door, will she?
Yes, so, no, that's very true. That is absolutely gorgeous. I love that. And we've got fairy doors in our garden.
In your garden? Well, for the fairies at the bottom of the garden?
For the fairies at the bottom of the garden. Oh. Once you've painted with your gesso, then dry it. So use your heat gun. So I'm just going to leave that there, and it can start drying itself, and we'll come to what we're going to do next. So now we're going to look at mixing some colours. So I've got my 2 little splashes here of my white gesso that are going to become a different colour. And actually I want one more little splash because I'm going to do it different. So I've got my pipette, and with my pipette what I'm going to do is take some of my blue aqua tint, and this one is Moonstone, and with the pipette I'm just going to pop that straight into the white gesso, exactly like that. Clean your pipette and you're ready for your next colour. By cleaning up, I was telling you to clean it, you couldn't see what I was doing, I'm just going to show you. In my water pot, I just suck up the water, squeeze it back out, a couple of squeezes, pipette is clean to pick up the next colour. And then we just mix that. So you can use the end of a brush, you can use the pipette itself, whatever you want, and you're just going to mix your gesso with that blue Moonstone that I've just put in there. And you just give it a quick whiz. Now if you feel you need a little bit more gesso in, you can absolutely do that. So you can just pop a little squidge in there. And if you want to, if you don't want to use the edge of your pipette, you can also use your brush to do the mixing. And actually the brush lets you squish down the little lumps of the gesso, if you like, to get a nice smooth paint. And then you'll just decide, is that colour intense enough for me? Now that's a little bit paler than the fairy door that I mixed to start with. So if I want more colour in there, I'll pick up a little bit more of my paint, pop it in, give it a mix, until I'm reaching the intensity of colour I would like. And that's all you do. Could not be more simple. And your aqua tints work really, really well for this.
Plenty of lovely comments coming in just whilst we're watching the mixing. Lakietta saying, my family love the Dreamees, especially these MDF pieces. The Gnome and Fairy door, so adorable, says Gilmore. And Teresa on Facebook, the bunny and the fairy door are absolutely adorable. Hadassah saying, got to get my hands on these MDFs. These will be awesome for Easter. Yeah, I love the fact that you've got within your essential shapes, you've got the bunny, and then you've got your little basket in there as well for your, your Easter eggs maybe. I just think these are so nice for you to be crafting with, but the kind of thing, as I'm getting into doing a little bit of crafting now, when time allows, the kind of thing that I can imagine taking home to my Daisy and doing some crafting with her, because you get so much within the sets, don't you, that you've got the ability to share your craft should you want to do that as well.
Absolutely, absolutely you do, Ben. Now what I wanted to do is just show you what that looks like if I don't prime it. So you can see, I can still see some of the wood showing through. I can see the brown colour, and it's not as intense as you would like. So that's when actually really putting a good layer of white gesso on before you do that is a huge help, and that's what we were doing with the back of that door before, because what that does is give you a nice bright opaque background surface for your colour, Ben. And so I always advise, if you were thinking of skipping that step and just using the coloured gesso, this is the difference that you're going to be able to see. So I'm getting a good layer of just plain white gesso down here, and we're going to dry it, and then we're going to look at the difference in the colour when we put the colour on top of the dried primed gesso.
Okie dokie. Fairy doors are, just by the way, the fairy doors are proving very popular. Apparently, we've just seen a big spike in the fairy doors. I can't guarantee that if you do get the fairy doors home and place them, say, on your landing, that you're going to receive bottles of wine through your fairy door. I suppose it depends on what sort of fairy comes to live the other side of your fairy door. That's just our fairy that lives in our house, Thumbelina. So you might get a different fairy, but what Francis just says, you might get a little pixie that comes through it. What I can guarantee is that you'll get amazing products from the Dreamees. I can't guarantee what sort of fairy will be the other side of that door. But the fairy doors, there we go, accessories collection on your screen there, $14.99 or $21.99. They are very, very popular.
So you can paint now onto that prime. I would do a couple of times, Ben, but I know we haven't got time right now. So on the finished ones that you're going to see that I've done 2 or 3 priming layers of white, and then I've coloured.
Okay.
So when we put the colour on top now, you can see that blue stands out much more than it did before, and that's a nice pastel blue colour, so I would continue painting with that. But I just want to show you a couple of different ways, Ben, so that you can make the choices when you get home.
Yeah.
Once you've done this priming with the white gesso, you can actually just pick the aqua tint up directly from the pot and take that on top. And you see you get an even brighter lay down of colour if you do that, because you haven't made it into a pastel blue by mixing it with the gesso. And so all we would do is stroke this on, and I stroke this on, you can see I'm just using the same downward stroke all the way, because that's what that is going to do is fake a wood grain for me, because it's a door.
Yeah.
So I'm not doing this for painting, I'm not going backwards and forwards, I'm taking my brush and I'm starting at the top, coming to the bottom, lifting my brush up, starting at the top, coming down to the bottom, all the way, dragging that in one line like that, and you get that kind of faux wood grain effect on there.
Gorgeous.
Okay. Now, and this is a little bit lighter here because I showed you the white gesso mixed in before. So you're going to do that on all of your pieces. So I'm just going to move that to one side carefully because I will absolutely cover myself in paint. Dry that once you've done it. Clean your work area. And then I'm going to show you all the pieces I've got done.
Okay.
Just before I do that, I want to show you how I've done some texture on this back piece for the door, because if we look at this here, you can see that beautiful brickwork that we've got at both sides. Now you can use a texture paste and a stencil if you like, but you know what? Have gesso will paint. Because it just does everything for you, Ben.
Yeah.
So a little bit more gesso. You see, I'm going to be using this a lot. It really is going to be your tool for you. And then what I've got here, look, this is one of our creator card dies, which had a brick texture in it. And I'm going to use this to put my texture onto this fairy door, because your die can be cleaned later. You don't need to worry about putting paint over the top of it. It won't hurt your die. So I'm going to mix a new colour again. And I'm going to have a tiny, tiny, tiny bit of white. Oh, there we go. And then I'm actually taking some black sparkle ink out of one of my pens, and I'm just going to squeeze this in here.
Oh, look at that. You see, you've seen all these different techniques, and I love this. I love the fact that we're going on a bit of a mixed media journey currently, aren't we? A lot more about mixed media currently.
And so then what you actually create for yourself is a sparkly gesso paint.
Yeah.
And just mix it in, and because you're doing it with a white, it will become grey, like a lovely grey colour. If it's not grey enough, you can pop a little bit more white in, which I'm doing from here. There we go. See how that's making it a little less intense. It's not black any longer, but it still does have the sparkles in.
Yeah.
And then what I do is I just plodge that, if that's a word.
Plodge it. I love it. It is now, Leanne.
It is now. I mean, I don't even think it is a word, but anyway,
plodge
through that die, and I get a good coating, and then putting it to one side and letting it dry, and get a good amount in there. Don't be mean. So you're going to mix quite a bit, and you're going to splodge it.
Plodge it on.
Plodge it on, just like that. And you're going to build up some texture in there. Now, if you've got a texture paste and a stencil at home, you can do that. But if you don't want to invest in that just yet, and you've got a die like this at home or something similar, use it. So you're going to do that, build it up, and then let it dry for a little while.
Okay.
Just so it gets the skin on top. I'm going to not wait for it to dry, so I can show you what you would do next. And then you will pick that up. You've got your brick texture.
Yeah.
And then let it dry completely and paint another layer over the top, so it builds up the texture and it gives you the colour in the background. Okay, so that's what you would do with that. Fast forward to the next bit. Clean up your mess.
So once you've, there's a few questions coming in. B. Renee saying, can you stamp on these? So once you've gessoed, you can do pretty much whatever you want, can you?
All the gesso does is seal the wood surface and give you a lovely flat area to do whatever you like. So you can stamp on them, you can put patterned papers on them, you can do the inking as I've just done, use your texture paste, use your glues and your beads, use your glitters, use your alcohol markers, use your watercolour markers, use your pencils, all of the things that you've got at home, just gesso it and then you can put whatever you want on it.
And then do you need, Hadassah is asking, to seal after painting the MDF?
If you're keeping it inside the house and not in the bathroom, no. But if you're going to put it outside, then you would need a waterproof varnish because you don't want it to be ruined. And if you're going to have it somewhere where there's a high moisture content, like in the kitchen or in the bathroom, do you know what, I probably wouldn't at home, but if you want to, just a matte varnish, just to give it a little bit of protection, you could, but it's probably not necessary, to be fair, in the house. But if you're going to put it in the garden, then of course, wood is a porous surface, it's going to absorb all the water, unless you thoroughly varnish it.
Good. Keep those questions coming in, by the way. Anything that you want to know, anything that you want to ask us as well about any of the products or anything you want to comment on, let us know. If you've bought Dreamees goodies before, maybe you took advantage of the deal that we had over Christmas time when we had the gingerbread people, didn't we? Had the, I'm sure there was like a little Father Christmas gnome in that last collection as well. But yeah, do send us pictures in if you get a chance. Or as I say, get commenting Facebook and YouTube with your love of the Dreamees collections, and let us know if you've taken advantage of this deal, like Val has already, who says, hi Ben and Leann, love Dreamees and have already got an order in. Right, where are you up to over there then?
I'm trying to get my tacky glue to work, Ben.
I thought you were banging to get my attention.
No, I would never be that rude. So I'm going to take them, just going to do it like this for now, and then we're going to get some more tacky glue.
Yep.
So add a little bit of tacky glue all over the back, and what I've done with a pencil on a piece of regular green cardstock is just trace around it and create a backing for my door. And that's just to finish it off so you can't see any of the, the painty bits that were there. So you can see that I've now covered the back, and that is my texture on the fairy door. And then what I've done, Ben, with some gesso and a dry brush, and I'll just show you this quickly, get a little bit on the edge of my brush and onto the mat, tiny bit. So this is with a dry brush. So with a dye brush and a tiny little bit of white gesso on the end of a wide brush, I would just do this.
A little waft.
Like a waft, hardly touch and tickle in the surface.
A little tickle.
And you see what that's doing is giving more texture,
yes.
more of a weathered look.
It does.
To the brick texture, which I think looks gorgeous, okay? So we're just with a dry brush and a tiny little bit and just whispering over the top. You don't want a lot of texture. It gives a lovely weathered look to it.
Yeah.
And then I've got a black noir ink pad, and I've got my little blending tools here. And I just want to give it a little bit more, like a vignette, a little bit more. We're building up the layers, we're building up the texture, we're building the dimension. So I've got this is Harmony Water Reactive. And then all I'm going to do with this is come around the edges. Now, immediately you do that, look at the difference. It just elevates the look all the way around the edge, and you can see the difference from this side to this side. It really makes it stand out, and it takes it from ordinary to exquisite.
Absolutely it does. And how great is this that you're getting all of these goodies home, and then you've got this sort of free tutorial with Leann as well, so when you get them back you can simply re-watch the show, and then you can start creating some absolutely beautiful projects, whether it be the fairy doors, whether it be all of those gorgeous animals that we've got on the show as well. Make sure you bookmark this show, because I tell you what, there's some really brilliant tips so far. Look at this coming together, I love it.
It's gorgeous, isn't it? Now I did exactly the same with this, so you see me do the door earlier. I've got that forward wood texture on there. What I would do now is, again, just to get a little bit more texture in, because I do love it, is take my Midnight Blue Harmony Water Reactive ink pad. And this time, because it's a blue door, I'm going to come in with a little wash of blue round the edge. And you can see, look, by blending it in, how beautiful that is. It just gives the effect of a door that's been painted, and the paint has started to fade in the sun, but it's got some darker areas and some lighter areas. So you can just choose where you want to put that. It doesn't have to be regular. And you can see I can even do that up the middle. And it gives my door that beautiful weathered look and feel. Okay, so once you've done that and you're happy with how it looks, you're ready to go. I would say using the ink pad would be my top tip for you. It's the thing that you're going to really enjoy and start to build up your dimension. And now we're ready to start assembling. I have painted all of these other pieces in exactly the same way.
I love that paint tool.
So I've gessoed these. I've just done them, mixed my own colour of gesso in exactly the same method you see me do for the grey and the blue, using a little bit of brown. And the thing I love about these little toadstools, actually, if I just bring this in, even when you gesso over it, it's had the little spots engraved in. So what you can then do is use your little pearly dots, and you know where you're going to put the dots to get the toadstools looking like a toadstool. And using my tacky glue now, I'm just going to assemble the whole door by building up all of the pieces that I've coloured in exactly the same way you've just seen me colour.
Literally the most fun thing ever, and I just think, you know what, if you've never seen these sort of MDF kits before, if you've never seen the Dreamees before, for these sort of prices, that's what I love about the Dreamees, right? You get something a little bit different. These MDF kits I just think are amazing, and then of course you've got the ability with these as well not to have to spend a fortune. $14.99 or $21.99 just means that you can get this home, you know, see if you like it. If you've never worked with kind of MDF before and done a bit of mixed media, you might just, you know, want to give it a bit of a try. But when you've got kits like this that are so simple to put together, I just think it's an absolute joy. And then, as I say, you've got kids, grandkids, you can get crafting with as well. Or, you know, if you're making these for gift ideas as well. I mean, fairy doors. Imagine making one of these to send as a gift to somebody, to you know, your grandchildren. They will be just absolutely loving you. I think they're brilliant. I really do. Yeah, you could, you know, write a little story for them as well to, you know, to send along with the fairy door. There's so much love coming in for these. What I would say, the fairy door, by the way, already inside 40 minutes, over 40% of the stock has gone. People are just jumping in and grabbing these. Angela on Facebook is saying, my preteen loves painting home decor items. These would be perfect for her gift-making projects this year. Angela, grab the goodies whilst they're here. I don't want to get towards the end of the show and be telling you that stuff is going and then you're missing out, you know, so get it now whilst we're, yeah, I say only at 40%, but 40% of the stock. Loving the fairy door, says Maggie. Grab it, Maggie. Pansy Pansy on YouTube says, these are so cute. I bought some Dreamees before Christmas. They are fabulous. Send in your pictures, please. We want to see what you have been doing. And then Wanda just saying, good morning, Ben and Leann. I have never seen these before. I may have to order some. Wanda, you definitely want to grab some of these. One of the collections at least. By the way, Ben, you are looking quite dapper today. Oh, thank you. I don't know why I decided to put the tie on today. I think it's just to kind of make me look a bit smarter because my hair's really scruffy at the moment. I just feel, because we can't get haircuts, can we, in the UK? And I'm having Harry's just gone, you should see his hair when he first walks in. It's kind of like the Moss and Sisal that you've just seen here. That's what my hair looks like when I come in.
Well, Ben, my hair looks like that every day, all day. So,
you rock that look, Leann.
You know, I mean, what can I say? There's nothing wrong with a Moss and Sisal look. I mean, anybody rocking the Moss and Sisal look is okay in my book.
I just don't think I quite pull it off like you do.
Well, I've had 51 years of practice, Ben. Nothing's going to change. Oh dear. I do love this Moss and Sisal, I have to say.
Yes, it is on the show, by the way.
Yeah, it gives some lovely, lovely texture. So you see, all I did was a little bit of tacky glue along the bottom. I got a little handful, and I've just stuck that in place, and then you would leave that to dry. And I do that at that point because then what I want to do is when I bring these little mushrooms in, and you could be using your Collal all-purpose glue at this point, I kind of want to nestle it over the top so it looks like it's coming out of the moss. So I put the moss on first before I put the little mushrooms on, and then you can layer that up over the top of each other and wait for them to dry in place. Then the little door sign, he's going in here. You could stamp a sentiment on there if you wanted to, and then leave it to the side and just let all of your wet glue dry. And when all of your wet glue is dry, you're going to put together your little stand by just slotting it together like that.
Oh, brilliant.
And then take the little door that's finished, your little dry door, and you can stand it up on there. And then, of course, you will have painted. And what I've done, because we've all got to have some gilding wax, haven't we? I've painted and gilding waxed my little ladder, and I can have my little ladder standing on the side. And I think anybody would love that little fairy door in their room, in their living room, on the sideboard, in a little girl's room, on the landing, as you've said, maybe in a plant pot. I mean, we with a niece did, you know, like you get the big round flat plant pots with lots of little succulents and things.
Yeah.
Fairy door, plant all the little succulents, can look after their own little garden and do some watering, and, you know, a lovely educational piece like that. I just think it's truly exquisite, Ben.
It really, really is. And, you know, whether this is for you, whether it is for the grandkids or your kids, they are brilliant and such a great demo to show you the kind of things that you can be making with these kits. The fairy door and accessories collection is flying out of the door, and I am not surprised. So basically, you're going to get these two sheets here. So this is the set that Leann was working with just now. And again, these all just pop out. Jimmy makes these. at their little factory that the Dreamees have got there it's in Nottinghamshire, isn't it? And that's the thing, you know, I've known Carol and Hayley for probably 4 or 5 years now. They are just brilliant, two of the loveliest people. And they started off making all of these goodies in Carol's living room. They've now got their own little sort of factory, if you like, going on in Nottinghamshire, and you got Carol and Hayley, who are the kind of, the brains and the designers, and then you've got Jimmy making all of these amazing goodies for you. So you've got those 2 sheets, which is your 2 fairy doors. Then you're going to get all of your little fairies here. Again, these will simply pop out for you, which are really, really cute. Lots of fairies of different shapes and sizes. And then on top of that, you're also going to get your little MDF fairy door kits too. So you've got the ability to make even more little fairy doors. So if you want these to pop on the table, for example, you've got the ability to do that. They are just super, super cute. Again, more little embellishments to go with those. And then look at those really cute little doors. So you've got 2 of those each included in the set as well for $14.99 or $21.99. Basically, you have got plenty of craftability with the fairy doors, as you have with all of the MDF collections. $14.99, $21.99. If you're platinum, of course, don't forget another 20% comes off that price. Over 40% of the stock has gone. Now, $11.99 or $17.59 is the deal on those. Now, if you want to add the gesso into your basket, you can do. This isn't that recently back in stock, actually. We didn't have this for a while, but it's good that we've got this now. The white, the black is available for you on the website as well, but already 30% of this has gone. $4.99 or $6.99. If you want to go for this, you might want to pop a couple of those into your basket. Super handy for all of your mixed media needs. The Dreamees go-to glue, if it's glue you're after, really super duper glue. This 350ml bottles you're going to get for $8.99 or $12.10, saving 10%, another 20% coming off that if you are platinum. And then if you want to go for the the sisal and moss, only laughing because we were talking about the hairdos. Then you've got that bundle there as well, some dried sisal and moss as well. $12.99 or $18.99 is the deal on that. Lots of love still coming in. Dreamees are amazing, says Melanie Jane Kemp. Leann is an excellent demonstrator. Yeah, she's all right. She's not too bad. She can come again. Teresa on Facebook says, oh, Leann, you are so creative. I would never think to use the die like that. Yeah, when we were showing the brickwork a little bit earlier on. And Treasure Heart on YouTube, good work. Just ordered the bunny, teapot, etc. bundle. We'll be covering them in fabric. Looking forward to receiving them. Looking forward to seeing what you guys do with all of the goodies that you are going to be getting. Yeah, once you've got them and you've created with them, make sure you do send in the pictures. Now, March the 3rd today, of course, and in case you did not know, it is National Craft Month. So, kind of being Crafters TV, we thought we ought to celebrate. And when we celebrate here at Crafters TV, we celebrate each and every day. So for the next 28 days, we are going to be giving you the chance to win goodies. All you got to do is comment on Facebook or YouTube on any of the shows throughout the day, and you could be a winner. The winner will be announced in our show this evening, our 7 o'clock show, which is Creative Cravings. This bundle, I'll say it again, I know I say it every single time, but when I came in on Monday, I knew we were doing a giveaway. I thought the pictures that we were showing was like, oh, you'll get 1 prize from that bundle. That's like, no, that is today's bundle. That is what somebody will win. All of the goodies in that bundle there will be coming your way if you are selected. So basically, get commenting, get asking those questions, and make sure you keep watching as well. 7 o'clock, just after 7 tonight, we'll be announcing our winner, and it could be you. Right, so much more for you on the show. Now, let us have a look at the Essential Shapes collection. Now, I've just got a few of the shapes over here, but basically you're going to get 2 of each of these with the stands too. Now, you're going to get a teapot, but I don't have the teapot over this side of the studio. So there you go. So the 2 teapots at the back there, you will be getting within this collection. You get the stands for these too, but also you get 2 little watering cans. Now, you're also going to get, I really love these. Again, for like little garden ornaments, as Leann was saying, you get your Wellington boots, which would look super cute, in little plant pots maybe, or in the garden somewhere, as long as you obviously seal these to make them weatherproof. And then, so you get 2 of those, well 4 of those, because you get 2 welly boots, you know what I mean. And then you'll also get 2 little baskets and 2 little Easter bunnies. I mean, come on. There's Easter taken care of right there, isn't it? Your little basket for all of your Easter eggs. and then your little bunnies there as well. So 2 of those, 2 of those, 2 of those, 2 of those, and then 2 of your teapots as well. And of course you get the bases to slot these into. These, you thought the fairy door was busy. Half the stock of the Essential 10-shaped artboard collection has gone. $12.99 or $18.99. That is a nonsense price, isn't it, really? For all the joy you're going to get, the creativeness, the craftiness that you're going to get out of this, I just think that's nonsense. $12.99 or $18.99. Take advantage of this deal. Really, you will love working with this stuff. Dreamees stuff is so amazing. Right, keep those comments coming in, and I will see if we've got any more questions and pop those over to Leann. Oh yes, one question here before we move on. So we've been talking about the gesso. Rebecca just asking, Ben, could you please ask Leann if we could use white acrylic paint as well?
Yes, you could, absolutely you could. The only issue with white acrylic paint is the clue is in the word acrylic. So that means it has a plastic in it. So that will actually give you a waterproof coating, but it means that if you want to prime the surface and then add more things to the top, when you've put the white acrylic on, that plastic will then resist your water-based inks, like the water-based inks that I'm putting on there right now, like your aqua tint, your sparkle, anything like that. So you would only be able to go over the top of a white acrylic with more coloured acrylic. So I think it's best to prime with a gesso, and then if you want to paint with acrylics you can, and you're kind of sealing it as you go, but just depends what you want to do. If you're doing the white surface and letting it dry, you wouldn't be able to put water-based ink on top because the acrylic would dry with a coating, a sheen, the plastic inside.
Lovely. Any more questions, keep them coming. It's lovely to see. Let us know if you're ordering as well, by the way. Linda just saying, got my order in, can't wait to get them. And Linny Jones on Facebook, Leann is great with her hints and tips. I wouldn't have thought of using the die as a stencil for the stonework. Brilliant. June just saying, OMG, referring to the fairy door. Leann, that came out beautiful. Yes, we have got plenty more to show you. Get these goodies, do not miss out. We're going to go back over the other side of the studio now, and we are going to be looking at the essentials. What are you going to choose from the essentials collection, Leann?
So I am using the bunny rabbit. I love a bunny rabbit, Ben. I really do. No, I'm allergic now, Ben.
What?
I know, it's tragic, isn't it? I feel so. And guinea pigs, I'm looking for my other pets. I love guinea pigs too. But actually, and I was never allergic until I was expecting my son. And he has an allergic hay fever and a mild eczema. And apparently, he's passed allergy to me while I was expecting him, according to the doctor. And now I'm allergic to rabbits, guinea pigs, cats and horses.
What a weird selection of... I mean, not so much the rabbits, guinea pigs and cats, but then to throw in the horses as well. Yeah. That's weird.
It's weird, I know. And bearing in mind my son's employment means he's around horses a lot, it's very difficult. When I have to wash his clothes, and actually he rode horses as a child, he's rode all of his life, and my husband used to have to, under a towel, strip him off in the backyard, and then bring him in, put the clothes straight in the washing machine without me touching them, and then wash him down, shower him, because if I went near him after he'd been riding, I would be wheezing really badly.
Wow.
So I love the little animals, and I never used to be allergic to them, but I am now, so sadly I can't be near them. It's very sad. I know.
But dogs are all right.
Yeah, I've got 2 dogs.
Yeah.
I know, it's crazy, isn't it?
How weird is that?
Yeah. Now, I am mixing...
Something every day, absolutely right.
Well, I am a weird person, Ben. What I'm using here are my little eggs. And so I'm going to do some large-scale mixing and applying of ink with my little eggs. It just makes it easier. So you can see I can splodge that in my gesso, and then you can wash these out later.
Yeah.
And what that does is soak up the ink, but it also mixes the gesso into that lovely paste really quickly. You can see that there. It gets it all onto that little egg for myself. And then what I can do is get really fabulous colour down quickly, which I love. I don't have to spend ages doing it. And this is the mixture of the gesso and that pink ink in that tray, exactly as I did before. But look how quickly I've been able to cover that surface area by doing that. So get your eggs and use them in that way. Okay, Okay, and I'm going to mix a little bit more of that because I'm going to need some more in a second. That's the back of my bunny.
Yeah.
I've got another egg somewhere. Here it is. We'll use this one. And we'll do the purple with this one. So you can see I'm squidging it in, mixing it round. It quickly mixes the colour for me, soaks it up, and what I can do is just add some little bits of texture in there if I want, and then I can use a dry area of the sponge or the pink colour just to smooth that out and get some little ombres happening.
Cool.
Okay, so very, very easy to do. Now that's the back. What I've done on the front here is prepare it already with the gesso, and I've used stencils and I've gessoed through, and then I've just put lumps of gesso on. So you can see I've done a lovely stencil clock here, I've done a little bit of brickwork here, and then with some tacky glue I've just put some little bits of texture stones on there. You can use pebbles from the beach, you can use some sand from the garden, stick it on top, let it dry. Doesn't have to be anything, pasta shapes crushed down, bits of rice from dry rice from out of the kitchen cupboard, anything for texture.
Did you make that like the Alice in Wonderland bunny on purpose?
No.
With the clock on? That's why I thought you'd done it.
No, I just like the stencil.
I just thought Alice in Wonderland.
I mean, I could just stand here and say, yes, of course I did that,
Yes,
Ben.
of course, exactly what I was thinking about.
I thought that through very well, but no, I didn't, Ben.
That's great.
I didn't. And then what I'm doing is, on top of that texture, just adding the colour. So this is the purple.
Yeah.
And then you can go in and add the blue. We can add the pink. So you see I've got my pink, and that's already my sponge. Look how that's layering over the top. And it'll layer all of those colours on there lovely for you. So I wanted to show you just a couple of different ways of adding colour really, really quickly.
Yeah.
And I mean, it just comes together beautifully. And you just layer up the different colours. Do that, keep picking up your sponge, and you can get the differences between the colours really easily. Now, the other way you can do it is just paint it on. So I'm just taking the blue pot that I've got here, and I'm going to take a brush, and then I'm going to add a little bit of blue where I would like it. And then I'm going to take my brush, my sponge, and I'm going to eke that out.
Oh, wow. I love this type of craft as well, because it's kind of, I like it when you don't have to measure stuff. And you don't have to kind of be that precise. You can just, like you said, what was your word you said earlier?
Plodge.
Plodge it on.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's give it a good plodging.
Plodge it.
Yeah.
And so you see, I'm able to just build, and honestly, Ben, it's fantastic because there are no rules.
No.
And you don't have to be clever or artistic with it at all. I am just deciding where I want some colour.
Yeah.
And then using the little sponges.
I mean, it's not taken away from you. I think you are being clever and artistic, but
No,
at
not
the
at
same
all.
time, you can still just plodge it and whack it on and just get stuck in.
Actually, we found my old school reports recently when we were cleaning out the loft, and the art ones are not a complimentary.
Really?
Yeah, no, they're not, no. Leann gets distracted easy if she would only focus. Really, Leann has no skill in this area. She shouldn't consider it as one of her options.
Whoa! How hilarious / terrible is that?
And I thought, well, Mr. Barron, who has the last laugh now, pet? But there you go. I mean, I thought it was very kind of him. So we build up...
Shamed and shamed.
Absolutely. We build up all the colour, and we do the same for the bottom. Okay, so we're going to do the same for the little plaque that he stands in, and then we're going to back the plaque. So exactly as I did before, I've just traced round with a pencil, piece of cardstock, cut it out with my scissors, and then a little bit of tacky glue around the edges. And what that will do is give you a nice lined base. You could do that with a piece of felt. If you're going to put this on a nice polished surface that you've got in a house as a decoration, a little piece of felt on the bottom would stop it being scratchy for you.
Yeah.
I'm going to do this quickly because I want to show you everything else that I've got in the show to do as well. But you can see how easy it is just to add the colour with these little sponges. It's probably my preferred method. And actually at home, Ben, I'll be honest, I don't even use my good blending sponges for it. I tend to use just dishwashing sponges cut up into little squares.
Oh, seriously?
You know, the ones with the green scrubbers on? Yeah, I just use those.
Yeah, why not, I suppose.
Yeah,
you get away with it.
it's cheap. You can wash them if you throw them in the bin. I keep my good blending sponges for good blending. So, you can choose whichever you prefer. And then once that's done, there's a little piece on the bottom which gets him to stand in his little slot. No problem at all there.
Him.
So he stands on his little slot, and then all you're going to do is add a die cut. I'm just dropped that in the ink. Add a die cut. We've got these fabulous die cut flowers on the show for you. So you would add a die cut, you would add some more of your moss and sisal and a sentiment, and what you would get is that.
Brilliant.
And I added the moss and sisal in exactly the same way as I did with the fairy door, so I thought I didn't need to show you that again.
Absolutely love, love, love these collections. Which is your favourite? Let us know on the socials. Which one are you going for? This essential 10-shaped artboard collection is flying out the door. $12.99 or $18.99 is the deal on this. We can show you exactly what you're going to get. So you're going to get 2 of your teapots. You're going to get 2 of your little baskets, 2 of your Wellington boots. You're going to get 2 of those rabbits and 2 of the watering cans as well. Of course, the stands there included, but the kind of things that you can create, I love. And as I was saying to Leann, do you know what? I just love the fact that you don't have to be that precise. You don't have to measure anything. You can just literally get in there and plodge it on, whack it on, and you know, see how you fare with these for $12.99. I just think that is amazing. So that's what £1.29 a piece. I mean, it's just bonkers value for money. We are at half the stock of these have gone. All right. So if you want to grab them, get in nice and quickly because things are going quickly indeed. Speaking of going, we've got some lovely paper pads from the Dreamees to bring to you. We've not even touched on these. But they, right, so this strawberries pad that I'm showing you here, 80% of the stock has gone, and I've not even shown it to you yet. You've got 8x8 size on these, 48 sheets, and as you can see, they are double-sided, gorgeous. Look at those wonderful strawberries. Look at this, absolutely gorgeous. Got a real kind of shot of spring and summertime in these, and again, would look gorgeous to use in conjunction with your MDF pieces as well. Look at that, it's like a picnic right there, isn't it? A strawberry picnic. Absolutely stunning. Got lots of dots in there as well, your ginghams and your strawberries. You're going to get 48 designer papers there for $8.99 or $13.49, but only 20% of the stock left of those. Also proving really popular, the Sapphire Dreams. Half of the stock here has gone once again. 48 of your double-sided papers. Look at these, absolutely gorgeous. If you love your florals, these would be absolutely stunning. And yeah, do you know what? Again, if you're looking to sort of add flowers to maybe your more sort of masculine makes, this might be the way to do it because they are gorgeous, aren't they? Your spots, your bouquets on there too. Really, really lovely designs. I think the only problem you'll have here is deciding which side of the papers to use, but fortunately you get lots within that collection. Again, half of the stock has gone, $8.99 or $13.49. And if you love your more sort of brighter colours, as we saw with the sweetest strawberries, you might just want to go for the blush bouquet. Bouquet or bouquet? Bouquet, bouquet, bouquet. Not quite sure what I say. Bouquet, bouquet. I think it just depends what day of the week it is. We'll say bouquet today, or maybe bouquet. Bouquet. We'll say bouquet. It doesn't really matter, Ben. Shush, stop talking. Brain's just spouting out loads of stuff I don't need to say. But you're getting here, again, loads of lovely papers, double-sided. You're getting your spots. And look at the artwork there on the florals. Absolutely gorgeous. Look at that there, bit of sort of faux bleaching going on the bottom of that one, which looks amazing. Really, really artsy, the design here. Just gorgeous. Plenty as far as the florals are concerned, and the gorgeous, gorgeous colours. I just love that collection. Whichever one you want to go for, go swiftly. Half of the stock of that has gone, $8.99 or $13.49. Whichever way you're going on those pads, get in quickly because they are probably going to sell out. It's time now to have a quick look at this next set, which are your Nordic gnomes. No, your Nordic gnomes. And again with these, everything's kind of been done for you really, because you've got everything to pop out of your MDF sheets. You're going to get 4 sheets here. You're going to get your gnomes, your male gnomes. You're then also going to get your lady gnomes. But then on top of that, you've got your bunny male gnomes. And your, exactly, why not, Erin? And your bunny female gnomes as well. So these are really cute for little embellishments for your projects. Really cute for, you know, well, I don't want to spoil what Leann's got coming up with these, but she's got a really cool demo to show you with the gnomes. Oh, well, no, I don't, because like,
Go
okay,
on.
you're gonna make a key.
Go on.
You sure?
Yeah, go on, Ben.
All right.
Go on.
Go on.
Yeah.
Gonna make a key ring. Are you sat down over there now?
No, I'm just not standing on my step.
Is that actually true?
That is actually true. So this is me. Not only do I have sisal and moss going on. I'm also vertically challenged. This is me on my step, off my step.
Yeah.
This is me on my step.
Oh, well, that's
Off
great.
the step.
I'm sorry for bringing
On
that
the
up.
step.
Sorry for...
Because I'm short, and so therefore I cannot craft like this, Ben.
No, I'm
So
sorry.
I've got to have a step.
I knew you had a step, but you just look shorter. So this is my actual size when I'm not stood on the step.
Yeah.
I'm quite a small chap, really. Hang on, I'll just get back up on my step right there. There we go. Right. Producer Erin's just gone. Can't take him anywhere. Right, let's move on swiftly, Mosby. Just we'll just gloss over that. Maybe Leann will forget. $12.99 or $18.99. That's good on the bloopers reel, apparently. Marvellous. Glad about that. I was supposed to be coming back to work next Tuesday, but this will probably be my last show. So those are the gnomes. I didn't even tell you what Leann was making, did I? No, what she's going to be making is a keyring. Yes, absolutely. So the kind of things that you could do, the kind of things that you can think about creating with these, there are lots. Right, let us go back over to the other side of the studio to the absolutely wonderful, one of my absolute favourites, the lovely, the charming, the slightly short. Leann.
With moss and sisal hair.
Whoa, the moss and sisal hair.
With the moss and sisal hair.
Not going well today, is it?
Paints such a gorgeous picture, doesn't it? I'm using this lovely little gnome, and I am definitely making a key ring. Now, I'm just starting to prime with the gesso, but just before we talk about that, just to show you what I've done here, I've just taken a drill and I've drilled a hole through the little hat.
Okay.
In the same places. And what I did was I'll show you on the little bits that I've done, and then you can see. I layered it over and just marked with a pencil so that I could go through both. So I did one, drilled it, put it on, marked through with the pencil through the hole, drilled it.
Yeah.
Just very, very, I mean, you could just use a pokey tool and really give it some welly, but it'd probably better just to get a little drill.
Get drills easier, yeah.
And if you haven't got a drill, you could just get a little pokey tool and give it some welly. It's going to go through, but just be careful of your hands. Use some gloves or something just to make sure, or do it into something soft. Don't do it into your hand. Don't hold it and do it. Do it onto a flat surface.
Exactly.
Safety messages. So I'm just priming, Ben. I'm doing exactly as we've talked about a couple of times before, getting a good coating of gesso on here.
Well, whilst we're watching you prime, Rebecca just saying, I wasn't going to get the shape collection, but now I've just gotta. Love the demonstrations and ideas. Loving the idea with the rabbits, says Kathy C on YouTube, would be fantastic for Easter. Yeah, the Essential Shapes collection is brilliant for Easter makes because you've got the little basket there for the Easter eggs and then the little Easter bunny there too. I love the art shapes, says Shaddai. Can't wait. Got me 2 sets, Ben. Absolutely brilliant, Shaddai. Can't wait for you to get those. And as far as the collections are concerned, Robin Miller loves all of them. Teresa D'Amico on Facebook loves the bunny and the fairy door. Deborah Lafleur, oh, I love your surname, Lafleur. My favourite has got to be the one with the teapot boots, the water pail. Water pail?
Well, like watering can.
Oh, watering can. Sorry. Listen to me. Water pail?
Watering pail.
Watering can. And Gemma says, what I call the spring collection with the rabbits and watering cans is your favourite. Yeah, it's got a bit of a sort of a springy feel to it, hasn't it? Because you've got your little baskets and your wellies and your little watering can, and then you've got your teapot for the tea in the garden, which is quite nice, isn't it? So yeah, I know that is proving very busy, as though are your Nordic gnomes. Don't forget, 4 sheets you're going to get of these. And if you want to go for the gesso as well, that is at the bottom of your screen, the white gesso, $4.99 or $6.99. Keep those comments coming in. I was chatting to Carol from the Dreamees actually yesterday on Facebook. She did say that she would tune in and leave a little message, so hopefully we might hear from her a little bit later on.
Hi Carol, I hope you're both well. I love Carol.
Crazy.
Honestly, I just love her. I just love her so much. And Haley, I mean, Leann and Haley, they're lovely people. But Carol is, and I mean this in the nicest possible way, Carol, mad as a box of frogs.
Yeah. Do you know what? When I was at the other place,
it's hilarious.
When I was at the other place, there was obviously you guys who I was always looking forward to work with. You know, the Crafters Companion crew, but also on that sort of level. If I ever saw I had a day with the Dreamees with Carol and Haley, I always knew it was going to be a day filled with laughter, just random chat, ridiculous antics, kind of what we get up to here most days. That same sort of level. They're a lot of fun, but as you can see also, you know, the guys do bring you some amazing projects. And as I say, it's a family affair because you've got, you know, Carol and Hayley who are sort of doing the designs and who are the front of it, I suppose, who you'll see, you know, on the TV screens. And you've got Jimmy, who's making all of these bits and pieces as well, which is just amazing. So it's a real team effort, isn't it? $12.99, $18.99 for this collection today, and as I say, proving really, really popular. Never thought of making a key ring with this. I love that idea, Leann.
I know, it's great, isn't it?
Yeah.
I really love it. I'm just showing you here how I build up, because this is a small project. It's going to come together really quickly. So I just wanted to take the time to show you how I build up the layers with the white gesso, however you would like to say it. And I just do light, you can see light brush strokes, get a nice coating, and you can see what happens is it soaks in. So the board goes a little more grey depending on how many layers you've got on there. So I like to just build up several layers. If you want the colours to really stand out and not be interfered with the wood colour in the background, then you're going to build up your layers as I'm doing here. And I'm going to just do it on the one so that you can see the difference between the two, because I've got another one ready to start colouring on later. So you'll just see how I build the layers up.
Alice on YouTube just saying, the Dreamees look to be an extremely fun craft and a good break from card making. It's so good to know that we can get the supplies to do both from CC. Yeah, I honestly think that, you know, this might be not something that you would normally do, but the fact that you can do it for such a great price today is, well, it's brilliant for those of you that already love your crafting with MDF and your mixed medias and who've already worked with Dreamees products before, because you're getting these amazing products at this price. But it's also great for those of you who haven't seen the Dreamees before, who haven't worked with these kind of products, because you can get them home at a really great deal, and then you can fall in love with them and then grab more, you know, once you've done that. It is a nice little break, isn't it, to work with these different products, you know, away from paper crafting. It's nice to have another side of things to do sometimes, isn't it?
Absolutely it is, Ben. I really, really love it. It is just it's a change of scenery almost. It's like going to the beach for the day instead of the countryside.
Yeah.
You know, it's just something different. And when you try something different, sometimes you find a new love or a new passion, and that's something you want to do more of. Or sometimes actually just takes me on a journey in my head where I get my creative juices flowing again, and I start thinking about other projects that I want to do. Maybe if I've lost my mojo, if I'm feeling a little bit stale in what I'm doing or a little bit samey, just gives me something else to do and then reinvigorates that thought process.
Yeah, really cool. And as I say again, and I think about you know, the crafting that, as I say crafting, I haven't done much, but I am getting into it certainly. I just look at this and think, you know, if you're looking for things to do with the kids maybe, or the grandkids, particularly the kids, you know, we're trying to, and you'll be the same if you've got kids who've been homeschooling currently, looking for other things to do with them aside from doing all of the homework that they're set, which of course is important, absolutely is important, you know, but sometimes the days can get so monotonous for them, and you know, I do feel for our kids, so it's nice, isn't it, sometimes to be able to bring something in a little bit different, which is going to be fun, but also something like this is quite educational as well. It's fun, it's educational, it's a little bit different, and it's something certainly that, you know, little hands can have a go with too. You know, they don't have to, you know, worry too much about getting it wrong, because it is all about, just as we said, plodging it on. That's my new word of the day, by the way. Plodging it.
Plodging it.
Yeah.
So I've just mixed there using one of my aqua tints, which is sage, with a little bit of white gesso in my paintbrush. You see, I've mixed a beautiful sagey colour sagey coloured paint now, and what I can do is paint this on for his little body, and it goes on, look, really, really easily, and that's just across the bottom there, so that's ready. Now I just popped out one of these little elephants, because actually a little greeny grey elephant, wouldn't that be gorgeous? And I just did one coating of the gesso so that it would tone the little greeny grey bit down, and then I can paint his little face in the same colour and ears. Also what I can do then is, when this is dried and glued together, this could be a little key ring, look.
Yeah.
This little elephant, and then all I would do is take one of our Spectrum Noir fine liners. Once it's dry, Spectrum Noir fine liner, and just draw in his little eyes and accentuate his little trunk there, his little legs and feet, and it's done. That couldn't be easy. I mean, look, that was seconds, and you've got lots of lovely little toppers there as well, or maybe something to decorate a nursery, make a mobile, hang them all up.
Oh, I love that idea.
I mean, it would be gorgeous. A mobile for the bedroom.
Because you've got you could use the wreaths.
Yes, yes, the wreaths. Yes, the circle. Yes,
What
Ben.
an idea.
Yes, Ben.
Team.
Ben, you can come back.
Yes! Yes!
You can come back. Yes, Ben.
Yes.
Just yes.
I've redeemed myself from earlier. Yeah, get the wreaths that we've got on the show, right? And then get the characters, and then you can build your own mobile.
Yes, because I have to get it. Can I get one and show you?
What's
Can
that?
I go? I'm going to run over there.
Yeah.
Don't look at me.
Okay.
And then I'm going to run back.
Okay, quick.
Because I'm going to pinch it and I'm going to show you.
Okay, look at me quickly. I mean,
Yeah.
seriously, what an idea. I mean, look at what's happening to me recently. I was crafting on air yesterday with Jan. Today I'm coming up with good ideas. Getting craft in my blood here. What's going on? Before you know it, I'll be that side of the studio taking over from Craig. No, I won't really. No, I won't. Here we go. Right.
I'm so excited.
Yes.
So you have got your ever-decreasing circles. I'll tell them so you can see the nice side.
Yeah.
So you've got your ever-decreasing circles. All you're going to do with the largest one, pop them out, pop them out, pop them out, pop them out. Thread on 3 sides, wrap the thread, wrap the thread, wrap the thread. Then, with this next smaller size down, wrap the thread, wrap the thread, wrap the thread.
Yeah.
Smaller size down again. Let me pop it out. For as many as you want to do, as long as you want it to be, ever decreasing circles. Look, little one, little one, little one, top, top, top thread. Make a hanger, hang it, hang all the little characters off a mobile. Genius, Ben. That was all you.
It was. I mean,
It was all you.
you kind of put it in everyone's, you put it in everyone's mind. When you said mobile, I just said, oh, we got the wreaths over there. I mean, it was a joint effort, Leann.
Yeah, but
Joint.
I mean, you thought about the wreath thing, and then I thought we could. It was a team.
It was.
It was a team effort.
Yeah. Go team Ben. Leann.
And Moss and Sisal.
What? A Moss and Sisal. Team Moss and Sisal. Mose and Sisal.
Oh, that could be like
Moss
our.
and Sisal.
Moss and Sisal. That could be our. Like a detective duo, like Cagney and Lacey.
Yes.
With Moss and Sisal.
If we ever did that, I would want the opening credits to be done like sort of Starsky and Hutch style, where we're sort of rolling over the countertops kind of thing, and then like pausing in like like that. They used to pause. Yeah, there you go, like that. Starring Moss and Sisal.
With a heat gun. Oh my word, it would be brilliant. I can't wait. Let's do it, Ben. We have to do that. It'd be
Absolutely.
fantastic.
I mean, seriously. Once I'm up here a bit more often,
Yes.
we've got more time. We'll start spending our time on doing stuff like that.
Having all the fun.
Yeah.
Right, so I'm just going to fast forward to the little pieces that I've already got done because you've seen me paint and prime and talk to you about that several times. So that's what you're going to do. These are my little pieces where I've mixed my colours, and the colours I've used, just so you know, from my aqua tint are sage and fig. Oh, and I've just tipped fig. Oh. Oh, I've just done a Debbie Robinson.
Is that going to... Oh. Yeah.
That is a thing. That is a true thing.
Oh, no, it is.
Yeah.
Yeah, especially with the inks and stuff. It's usually...
I mean, it's all good.
No. Do you
Look.
need a moment?
Yeah, can I just have a moment?
Let me give you a moment whilst
Please.
you're just
Thanks,
getting cleaned
Ben.
up over there. I tell you what, just a few comments and then we'll tell you more about some of the other goodies that we've got on the show. Rebecca saying, got my order in, these are going in my garden, cannot wait. The gnomes are adorable, says Dawn Nordstrom on YouTube. They are adorable. And Connie Peltier on Facebook saying, so nice to see CC offer some different types of products, fun to try something new. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. I know you guys love all of the goodies that we bring, and I absolutely love all of the ranges that we've got, but it's nice to have something a bit different. Like Leann was saying, if you normally used to go to the countryside, nice to go to the beach. Love the new word plodging, says Robin. Perfect description. Yeah, we'll keep that one, plodging. I've learnt 2 words from Leann on the shows that I've done. Capacious, which is a real one, and plodging, which I'm not quite sure is, but it should be. Now, as well as papers, by the way, someone was asking about those papers. What was the GSM 120 Treasure Heart? I think I saw 120, yes, 120 on the papers. The stamp kits we've got. Now, we have got a wonderful collection here called the Wealth of Watercolour. Is this collection just here. It's a 23 element collection. The way this works out, it's basically on a 3 for 2, isn't it? I think the way that this works out price-wise. You're getting the, can you see, should I tilt them or? You've got in here, you've got the boots and foliage on your birthday are the sentiments that you've got. Here, you've got your little house front. There we go, get a bit closer. So you've got your front door there with loads of different sort of florals and foliage in there as well to build up that scene. Home sweet home is your sentiment on that one. And then on the one that we've got over here, once again, just a nice little scene really to build up with all of the flowers. You've got thanks a bunch, and you've got your little vase there as well, so you can almost stamp into that little vase to build up that gorgeous scene. But that one is your wealth of watercolour. So again, great for stamping, getting your watercolouring elements out with and having a go. $24.99 or $37.98 is the deal on that one. We've also got stamp and dies as well, which we'll show you in just a little while, but I think Sizel over there has cleared up the mess that she just made. She just had a Debbie Robinson moment.
Why, thank you, Moss. That's so kind of you. I've cleaned up, but you can still see the evidence over here.
Yeah.
So what I've done is I've painted these using fig and sage.
Oh, wow.
And then I've taken a little bit of sage with a little fine-tipped brush, little fine-tipped paintbrush, the gesso, and all I've done is tip it in and then just do little freestyle lines to create a check on his hat. Just a very subtle one. So that's all ready to go now, and now I just need to start assembling him. So I'm going to use my tacky glue again to just put that in place. And with tacky glue, less is more.
Yes.
So you don't need a lot of this, you know, you can just see a little bit, and it is going to grab quite quickly. So that's what I'm going to do, just a thin layer. You don't need to put it on thick.
Because you get the mayo effect otherwise, don't you?
Yes, you
as
do.
Jan would call it.
Absolutely. You definitely don't want the mayo effect.
No.
And we're going to stick that, it'll grab. If you use a little bit, you see it grabs pretty, I can't even move that now.
Oh, wow.
That's why it's called tacky glue.
Yeah.
It grabs nice and quickly for you. And then all of the other little pieces that come in, I've painted in exactly the same way. So no difference at all, but what I have done is just ink around the edges on his little feet, which you see me do back when we were doing the fairy door.
Yeah.
So I've just done a little bit of inking, exactly as I did there, around his little feet here. You can see they're popping them on in place. And then I've got his little nose. And I've done just a little pink edge around his nose. He's been out in the snow. He's feeling a bit chilly.
Is that his gnomes?
His nose, exactly. I'm going to put that on in a minute, actually, because I want his hat in the right place.
By the way, there's lots of love coming in for the detective show. I hope you're ready to film that.
Oh, really?
Yeah. You're both so funny, says Sonia, and Sarah saying would absolutely love to see Ben and Leann doing a Starsky and Hutch, bring on Moss and Sizel. And lots of love actually. Now we've come up with that idea for doing the mobile with the wreath that you've got. Crazy Daisy, aka ABC Crazy on YouTube. That's not easy to read. Says you could make a dream catcher out of that as well. Yes, you could make a dream catcher.
Yes.
Of course you could.
Yes, you could. That would be amazing.
With the gnome in the middle, says Erin. If you wanted to, why not? Whatever you wanted to have in the middle, you could pop it in there.
It's your dream catcher. You knock yourself out. You do what you want. Exactly.
You can knock yourself out.
Now, just before I put the little heart on, and before I put his little nose where his little nose needs to go, I want to add some texture into his beard. And I'm going to do that with my Illustrator markers.
Oh, okay.
So I've got BG3 and BG4 here. So I'm using my Illustrator marker because it's got a brush tip. And so all I need to do, exactly as you've seen on our colouring shows, is flick in. And because I've done that gesso, remember I couldn't do that with an acrylic, because it would just slide off the top because of the plastic coating. Whereas because it's the gesso and therefore the gesso is porous still, then you've got the ability to be able to do this with your alcohol markers over the top if that's what you'd like to do. And I'm just using the brush tip and going top to bottom and getting some lovely texture on there for his beard. And then to get a little bit more texture in, I'm just going one colour darker and just adding in some tiny little bits. And that just gets some extra dimension in there. And we'll do the same here.
60% of the Nordic gnome has gone. We're busy, really busy across the board. I'm quoting numbers of like 60, 70, 80% of stock gone. Lots of you loving the Dreamees. And as I said, prices today mean that if you are new to the Dreamees range, you can try things out today without spending a fortune. I love this little gnome. Love the keyring idea.
Yes, absolutely, I do. Nice to do them as little gifts for
Yeah.
Christmas, or for birthdays, or for teacher gifts at the end of the year, if that's what you wanted to do.
Yeah.
And you could have a little message written on the back from the person who is in the class. You know, I think that would be lovely. There's so many different ways you could use these, Ben.
Yeah, I like to
and
say
then-
Christmas time, little cracker gifts.
Yeah, absolutely. Little wine glass charms.
Wine glass, lady after my own heart. over
Yeah,
there.
wine glass charms.
Oh, yeah.
So I've just built that up, and then these are 10 a penny. You can get these on any website, all over the place. Open up your little ring, pop it through the hole, close it up. Come on, Leann.
Go on,
There we go. That's it. I've done it.
Yes.
And little key ring.
Brill. Brill, brill, brill.
And do you know what we're going to call these, Ben? Moss and sisal.
Yes!
And I'm gifting one to you.
You're not.
I am. And then we've got matching ones, Ben.
We're keyring chums.
Yeah.
That
Keyring
is
friends.
Actually, the Moss and Sisal. I just gave you a little. Oh, wow. Don't know what to say about that. Listen, this is the kind of thing that you can do. Some brilliant ideas today already on the show. Some brilliant demos as well. And listen, if you do decide to take away that keyring idea, or you're thinking to yourself, oh yeah, good idea for little gifts in a Christmas cracker, on each of the boards that you get your sort of 2 larger size gnomes, all right, and then you get 6 of the smaller ones. So you're going to get your male gnomes and your female gnomes, and then you're also going to get your sheet of bunny male gnomes and bunny female gnomes. And as you can see on each of them, as beautifully demonstrated over the other side of the studio with my partner Sisal, you've got all of the different kind of embellishments to add to them, his little feet and his nose and his heart and all sorts. So there's loads on there, 2 big ones on each and 6 small ones, isn't there? Yeah, 6, 8, 16, 24, 32 by my count you can make. I think that's right. It's amazing. $12.99, $18.99. Love the keyring idea. I think if you get these back, that's definitely something that you should go for. Great gift ideas on that one. Marisol is saying, love the gnome Keychain. Just brilliant. Absolutely beautiful. Monica saying, you guys are so much fun. Never a disappointing show on CTV. Pam on Facebook just saying, I love these Dreamees when I bought them at Christmas. Yeah, lots of love of the range which we came to bring you at Christmas time, and lots of love for these ranges as well. Now, as I mentioned, goodies on the show for you as far as stamps are concerned. Yes, we do have some stamp collections, and if you're loving the idea of the Easter theme, we have some beaming bunnies for you as well. 14 stamps within this collection, and as you can see, gorgeous little bunnies. I love the fact that you've got like the fluffy detail on these too. You've got your butterflies, you've got your lots of love in there. You've also got these beautiful bouquets, things like thank you, you are perfect to me. I love the fact as well that we're bringing you, and like the Dreamees are doing it as well, bringing you ranges with sentiments that are just because, sentiments that are, you know, allowing you to make projects, to send cards to people just because you want it, just because you want to cheer them up. And that's absolutely what you can do with those. $12.99 or $18.99 for your beaming bunnies. And also available, the fancy florets die and stamp set. 49 elements in total here, and look, you've got the ability with these to stamp out these gorgeous flowers, and then you've got the corresponding dies with each of them to be able to create yourself some beautiful dimensional pieces. I mean, if you want to use these individually, absolutely you can do, but they're perfect partners, again, allowing you to make some wonderful embellishments for all of your projects. So there's 3 different types of flower. Those are the dies to go with. $54.99 or $79.99 is the deal there, saving $13.99 or $20. I cannot believe we've only got just about half an hour remaining. This has been such a fun show. Anything else that you want to ask over the course of the next half hour, get in touch with us on Facebook and on YouTube. Anything you want to know about Dreamees, anything you want to know about the projects that we've got. But what I would say is if you've got something in your basket right now, particularly any of those MDF collections, now is a good time to be checking out your baskets so that you don't miss out. We will reconvene in just a matter of a couple of minutes, but whilst we get ready to do that, here is some information about Club Inspire.
Welcome to Club Inspire, our free loyalty club. As a member of the club, you can save up to 20% every time you shop with us. For every £1 you spend, whether it's in one of our stores or on our website, you'll collect 1 loyalty point. The more points you have, the more benefits you'll receive. As a welcome present, we'll give you 20% discount with your very first order. Once you place your first order, you'll be given 250 points straight away, making you a bronze member. This will mean that you'll receive a 5% discount on all of your purchases until the end of the next calendar year, plus priority postage. 500 points takes you up to silver membership, where you'll get 10% discount plus free shipping when you spend over £20. When you get to 750 points, you'll become a gold member, which gets you a whopping 15% discount on every order, and we'll ship them to you completely free, no matter how big or small they are. Spend over £25 and we'll send them to you via our premium next day delivery courier service. When you reach 1500 points, you'll become a platinum member, giving you the same shipping benefits as a gold member, but with the added bonus of a massive 20% discount on all of your purchases. Now, on top of that, you'll receive exclusive discounts, sneak peeks of brand new products, special offers and money-saving vouchers. You'll have access to an exclusive secret Facebook group to meet like-minded friends, to find out information first and to be inspired by all the crafty makes. We'll send you a completely free quarterly Digimag direct into your inbox, giving you lots of hints, tips, inspiration, additional offers and some sneaky behind the scenes gossip from the team. So what are you waiting for? Become a member of our club today.
I've never seen, well I have, there's always a lot of love on the comments, but there's so much love coming in today for this show, for the Dreamees collections, for that last demo as well. Donna just saying, wow, just loving, and this is not me saying it, this is Donna, just loving the Gnome keyring. Samantha saying, didn't know Dreamees had stamps, love the cute bunnies. Yeah, absolutely. Known a lot for their MDF, but yes, papers, stamps, dies now as well, full range, and they're all absolutely gorgeous. Just picked up the fairy doors, Just picked up the fairy doors, says Joy on YouTube, and those gnomes, I had to! We'll make ornaments out of the gnomes. And Lynn Harvey on Facebook says, Moss and Seisel, Ben, you need to do a theme song. I still haven't finished the one yet for Sarah, or the one for Jan, which you guys, have you heard that one, the song for Jan, which they've all come up with?
No.
You know the song The Candy Man?
Yes.
So change the words to The Crafty Jan.
Ah.
So they're all saying, write these different songs. So by Christmas time, we'll have an album. But yes, a theme tune to the new detective/craft show, Moss and Seisel, will be on the way. Right. Let us carry on and show you what we've got in case you have just missed all of the goodies, or if you have just joined us. These gnomes are proving very popular. I think even more so since we've just seen that last demo. In fact, yeah, the stock is flying out the door. We have only got 15% of the stock remaining here. So you need to be very, very quick if you want to get these. Just 15% left. As we said, these are just so usable because you've got everything. Basically, it's like when you get like your die-cut topper sheets. So you've got these in MDF, you simply just push the figures out. You don't have to get any tools to get these out, anything like that. Push them out and away you go. You've got all of the different embellishments to make up your little gnomes. You've got the male and female gnomes, and then you've also got the male and female bunny gnomes too. And as you can see, you have got two slightly larger characters on each sheet and 6 of the slightly smaller ones. That's great value, $12.99 or $18.99 for that full set, but 15% of the stock left, and that is dwindling. Now, the everyday characters, I absolutely, I love these a lot. I've got a lot of time for them. Get them the right way around, Ben, for goodness sake. Look, doggies. How many have we got left of these? Oh, 20% of the stock has gone. So if you're worrying about getting items, then definitely dive in for these. I'm surprised more of these haven't gone because they're so cute. You've got a selection of little doggies here. So again, you get 2 of the larger sizes, and then in this case, you get 6 of the smaller. There's your doggies. You're then going to get your elephants. My elephant impression. You will get all of them. You won't get one with holes in. Then you're going to get your little foxy as well, which is rather cool. Again, with all of the different embellishments to create that fox. Then you've got the owl. Again, 2 large. That's more of a pigeon, I think. Yeah, 2 of the bigger owls and 6 of the smaller ones there. It'll be a hoot putting those together. Then you have got your little bunny rabbit. Again, if Easter is very much on your mind, which I suppose it will be because it won't be long, will it? 4th of April, I think it is Easter this year. That'll be super for creating little Easter gifts. And then last but by no means least, you have got your little kitty cat. Again, 2 of the slightly bigger characters and then 6 of the smaller ones. Again, value for money is amazing. 6 sheets, but all those different characters you get on each one. $19.99 or $28.49 for those. Still plenty of stock if you want to grab. If you're worried, thinking, oh, what can I get my hands on? Stuff's flying. Still got, 20% of the stock has gone. So you're good to go for those. Oh, and then the essentials, or what you guys are calling the spring collection, 60% of the stock has gone. Now you will get within this collection the teapot, which I don't have here over this side of the studio. So as you can see, you've got 2 of the teapots. They all come with stands as well, don't forget. You've got 2 of the little watering cans, 2 of the pairs of boots. You've got your little rabbits there as well, 2 of those, and then 2 of those baskets also. $12.99, $18.99 is the deal on that. And then also something which you loved right at the start of the show was the fairy door. We're up to almost 50% of the stock has gone with these fairy doors. Just gorgeous. You're going to get 2 of the fairy door artboards. You're also going to get 2 sheets of the fairy door set that you're seeing here. So again, the ability to be able to build up your own fairy door. You've even got a stand on there as well, as you can see, that you can pop out of your MDF. Then you get all of these gorgeous fairies included too, just to, I don't know, add to the door, you know, use separately. And then you're also going to get, I'm making a right old mess over here. You're also going to get all of these artboards as well, these extra pieces to create further fairy doors too. So you can see more little doors. You've even got a little welcome mat there as well, which I think is rather cool. So you've got plenty of craftability with those. $14.99 or $21.99 is the price on the fairy doors. And as I say, almost half of the stock of those has gone. Right, now we had a bit of a cool idea earlier on with the wreath that we've got. Obviously, make wreaths. But we've already talked about mobiles. And dream catchers as well was another suggestion. Super versatile if you've got these wreaths within your collection. $9.99 or $14.99. 30% of the stock has gone. Super versatile, yes.
Superbly versatile. I really love this set because I am envisaging making little door hangers, little name plaques for doors, bathroom signs, the loo for the bathroom. Yep. That's what you would do, the utility room, Minnie and Tink in the utility room because that's where their little bed is. So many different things we're going to be able to do with that, as well as all of the ideas that we've already shared with you. And I want to show you how easy they are to use to make something which, you know, lovely little pieces of home decor for whatever time of year it is. And this one's using those beautiful little bunny stamps. You can see at the bottom, absolutely love those bunnies. I think they're gorgeous, aren't they? And honestly, I think one of the things, I mean, the Dreamees are exceptionally talented duo. Yeah. Dynamic duo. One of the first things I personally bought from them, and I still use to this day, and one of the things I think they are the best at, are their floral dies and stamps that go together. They are truly beautiful florals, very, very well designed, incredibly easy to use, and lovely sizes and very easy to put together. If you haven't tried the Dreamees die cut dies and stamps that go together to make these beautiful layered florals, I can't advise you to just treat yourself a set and have a go, because you'll find yourself using them time and again. You really won't regret it. I promise you that. Brilliant. So what I've done is taken 3 sizes, the smallest 3 sizes from that wreath set. And of course the final one is a lovely solid plaque for you that has a hole pre-drilled in, so that's ready to be whatever it is in terms of how you want to hang it. What I want to do is make 3 solid pieces to hang, and so I just want to show you how I've managed to do that by using some craft card. So all I did was take some craft card, Ben, and draw around it with a pencil, and then cut it out with some scissors. And then using either a tape pen or some tacky glue or whatever it is you want, you're just going to stick that piece of craft card to the back of your wreath. And what that does is create you lovely solid pieces to decorate if you don't want it to be see-through, if you want to put something decorative in there. Okay, so I've done that, and I've got other pieces here that I'm going to talk to you about as well at the same time. So at the same time as doing that, before I actually glue the back on, what I've done is take some of the really beautiful, beautiful papers that we've got, and I've just decided how I want to display them in my wreath, and then I've drawn around that with a pencil too, and then also cut those out. So I've got all of my little circles ready here, and this is all before I start gluing together, because once you've glued the back to that, you can't draw around the inside of it, you've used it. So do this all straight away. And then what I've done with my patterned paper, if I use this one to show you, is I've drawn around the outside and the inside, and then with my scissors I've cut around the outside shape, and with my craft knife I've cut around the inside to make myself the perfect sized piece of paper to go over that, so I can make the whole thing match in.
Brilliant.
Okay, so that's what I've done, and I've got all of these pieces ready now to start using and crafting with. I think I might have lost a piece somewhere along the line. We'll find it.
So much stuff over there.
It's not, there is so much stuff. It's not the end of the world. We will find it. So all of my pieces are ready to go. So before I glue my back on, what I'm going to do is glue my patterned paper on. And actually, when I'm gluing patterned paper onto cardstock, those of you who have been watching me craft for a long time will know that I always tell you there is nothing better than Collal All-Purpose for gluing your patterned papers to anything.
Yeah.
So I would be using my Collal All-Purpose for this. I'd be using one that actually had some glue in it.
I've got one over here if you want.
I think I've got another one down here. Oh, here we go. I've got,
You got it.
Yes, I'm getting the last out of it. Waste not, want not.
That's it.
And putting a little bit on there, and then I'm going to layer that onto the craft card. And the reason I use Collal All-Purpose, Ben, is because it's a solvent-based glue. So it's a wet glue, so I've got repositionability, you can see there, to get things in place nicely. But because it's a solvent-based glue, it doesn't soak into the paper like a tacky or a water-based glue would and create those horrible wrinkles, so it looks like it's been left out in the shed for a week, when actually you want it to look nice and smooth.
But the kit we got at the bottom is best of both worlds then, because you've got your tacky and your all-purpose gluo? Well, it is a gluo, isn't it? Because you've got two of the glues, a glue duo, gluo, for $6.38 or $11.55 today. So if you need to top up on both, then you have got those tacky glue and your all-purpose gluo. Glue duo. Stop saying gluo, Ben. What's wrong with you?
Gluo. Well, that's a good new word, Ben. A gluo, a duo. But it is the perfect combination, because tacky's brilliant for doing your assembly of all your pieces. You've been watching me use that to assemble the fairy door, the gnomes, the bunny rabbit. Brilliant, very strong glue that won't fall apart for that, for the moss and sisal as well. But when it comes to your decorative papers like this, you do want the solvent, because you don't want that to wrinkle. So I layer all them up on there as they are, and then I'm going to do on the back of here too. Got that there. Actually, I'm going to put this here. There we go. So I've got that one there, and I'm going to use my Collal All-Purpose again, and you can use your Collal All-Purpose to stick this straight to your mount board. That's absolutely fine too.
Okay.
And I've done that, and then what I'll do is in a second is I'll get a pokey tool and I'll poke through from the back so that the hole comes through the front, but I'll do that when the glue has dried.
Okay.
And then I'll get a nice smooth finish to it. So I'll let them all start to dry, and then what I start to do is build it up, Ben. So I'm going to start layering these pieces on top, and to do that I'm going to use tacky.
Just to say, with the paper pads, we're down to the bare bones, I think, on a lot of those. Oh, the strawberry that we had. Don't scream and shout, but that's now. Oh, Leann's not doing it. Leann's not doing it. She's not going to do it. You have to say sold out.
Oh, do I? Sorry, I don't know. Sold out.
No, sorry, you have to wait. You have to do it again.
Oh,
now.
okay. Sorry. Okay.
The strawberries collection, the paper pad. Oh.
Sold out.
I haven't said my bit.
Oh.
I have to do the.
Sorry.
I thought everyone had got these catchphrases now, but obviously. Right. So the strawberry paper pad, unfortunately, got some bad news on that front.
Sold out!
Now it's ready yet! I have to say, don't scream and shout, but it's now.
Sold out!
Yes, Leann! Smashed it. We'll take that out of the, when we edit it later on, we'll take that bit out. Well, it wasn't really worth it, was it? Wasn't really worth it. Wasn't really worth it.
I mean, honestly, I am the sisal to your moss, Ben.
Well, I don't know about that. I don't know about that. You've heard me limited stock one, right?
No.
Oh, what?
No.
So when we have the limited stock,
Yeah.
I go, it's limited stock, and then I say, there's green on the screen, which means, and then you say, it soon won't be seen.
Oh, okay, I like that.
You like that one?
Can we try?
We haven't got anything that's limited stock.
Oh, okay, well, hurry up, people, get shopping, I want to try it out. Come on, let me have a go.
Yeah, can you please buy some more stuff? Because
Yeah,
Leann wants to
I
go
wanna
and
have a go.
catchphrase, yeah? So hurry up and just buy some stuff. Okay.
Gnomes, if you get your gnomes and get your key rings, that could be limited.
Yeah,
that's
it is flying. Oh yeah, because we were at 15% of the stock left a minute ago. So it is heading that way. I think we've got about, right, hang on a minute, Leann, your wish is my command. Old Sisal over there. Right, the gnomes. The gnomes. Right, here, details on the screen here, the Nordic gnomes. They are now, wait for it, limited stock. There's green on the screen, which means...
they soon won't be seen.
Yes! That was my favourite limited stock message yet here at Crafters TV. I love that. Whew. Just have to remember for next time though now. Because I've told Jan about a zillion times and she always forgets.
I'll remember, Ben. I promise you I'll remember. Now that I've had the training course, and I'm going to pick my certificate up on the way out the door, I will be sure to remember.
Excellent news. That is good. Good news. Oh dear, what a ball we're having today. I tell you what, we've got another show later on as well.
We do. Our cup runneth over.
Yeah, Moss and Sisal return. Just when you thought it was safe to go back to your craft room. Yeah, we got our Creative Craving show coming up later on with a deal that you will have not seen before because, Leann has, I won't say what it is just yet, but we're talking about the Nature's Garden Woodland Creatures collection, a deal that you've not seen before because Leann has decided.
I'll put my foot down with a firm hand, Ben.
You what?
I'll put my foot down with a firm hand.
Yeah, that thing.
Yeah, exactly what I've done.
Put a foot down with a fair hand. What? Firm hand? What Leann just said.
Yeah.
Yeah, that thing.
Now, I've put my bits of paper on here. So now what I'm doing is I'm just inking the edges, Ben. Which is what I did with the fairy doors before, if we remember. Mm-hmm. And I'm just adding a little bit of ink. It just adds some dimension and some texture. And I'll show you this against the one that I haven't inked, and you'll see the difference. You don't want a lot. You just want to really bring it to life. And look, you can see the two there together. Really does look a little bit more crafted when you've got that ink around the outside. So we're just going to do that very quickly.
Hadassah, there's so many comments coming in. Hadassah is saying, can't get over how cute everything is on today's show. Great sound effects, Ben, says Michelle. I think that was earlier on when we were showing the animals. Oh my, says BA on YouTube. These circles are just so great, Leann. So many uses. I must say, you did a great job on that gnome. Oh, we need to get you to vote for the demo of the show as well at some point very shortly. Yes, vote for your favourite. Talking of favourites, Mary K. Jenrich on YouTube says, Leann is my favourite. She is so talented and she always inspires me to try different techniques.
Mary, thank you so much. I'm sending great big hugs and kisses. That is so incredibly kind of you. And I really appreciate that because I love coming onto Crafters TV and I love sharing my love of our products and other people's products. And if that helps you and inspires you, well then my job here is done. And I'm very grateful for that lovely message. Thank you.
Love it. Thank you for all these. Rhoda is saying these wreaths would be cool to use for making customised clocks. That's a lovely idea. Love that, Ro. And also, these wreaths would also make cute snowmen hangings for the fall and winter. There's so much versatility with them, seriously. I think it's wherever your kind of creative, crafty mind takes you. With these particularly, you've got lots of versatility. And Carol on Facebook saying, Ben, I love your sayings, so clever. I don't know about that so much, I don't know about clever, but thank you. You two are so fun. Well, we know we try. As I said, hopefully I'll get a few more shows with Leann in. This is only, I think, our 3rd show together here on Crafters TV, and I've been here for 6 months.
I know, it's crazy, isn't it? I hope so too, Ben, because we do have fun, and of course we've got to have Moss and Sizell the reunion,
I know.
haven't we? I mean, honestly.
People will want the sequel, won't they?
They absolutely, I mean, we'll be having a box set before we know it, Ben. The Moss and Sizell box set.
We'll be on Netflix before you know it. We'll be the new binge watch.
We will. We'll be on Amazon Prime.
Yeah, Amazon Prime as well. Yeah.
Everything.
Exactly right. But we won't be one of the ones that you get with your membership. We'll be so good that you'll have to pay a little bit extra.
Yeah.
To watch us.
Like that Acorn TV thing.
That what?
Acorn TV.
Don't know what that is.
Have you seen? It's like where you get all of the It's like where you get all your Miss Marples and things.
Oh, that's where we would.
Yes, that's where we would be.
Yeah.
And it's got like Miss Marple and Midsummer Murders and
I'm
Poirot.
still waiting for. Did I tell you that I had a starring role in Midsummer Murders?
No.
Well, not. Yeah, year before last. I don't know if it's been on yet, because I used to sort of be part of like an extras agency, and I got a call to say, "Do you want to be on Midsummer Murders?" No, here's a hilarious thing. So my wife was. I was like, "Yeah, actually." They said, "Come along for the filming." It was near where we were, and my wife was going, "Oh, I bet you're like you're the body that's they're going to draw chalk around or something like that." And I was like, "No. I'll have I'll walk on behind old." John, it's not John Nettle anymore, is it? I'll walk on behind him or something. But no, basically what my part was, I turned up. I wasn't even like on the actual set, as it were. I was a dead guy, but I was dead guy in photo frame. They basically needed me in a picture on a mantelpiece, and I was the dead guy, but I wasn't even in it. I was just a photo on the mantelpiece. They revved it up to be this amazing starring role, and that was my part, and I got paid 70 quid.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh.
So that'll be on
well,
the screen
do you know,
soon.
the thing is, they don't know talent when they see it, Ben.
No.
That, honestly, and that's more fool them.
Yeah.
And when Moss and Sizell hits the big time,
Yeah.
They're going to regret it, Ben.
They will, won't they?
Ben, they'll be on the phone and you just say, I'm sorry, no.
Yeah. You had your chance.
Far too busy and important to be wasting my time with you. Thank you very much.
Yeah, so you can take your Midsummer Murders and we'll just stick with our Moss and Sizell.
Yeah, thanks
very
because
much.
it's better than that Midsummer's Murders guff that you've got going on there.
I love that one. I've literally not heard that one in ages. Midsummer Murders, guff.
Guff. Yeah, that's exactly what's going to happen.
Yeah.
Now, I'm using my red liner tape here, Ben, to add my ribbon to the back. And then I just want to show you what I would do after that. So, you see, I'm using my red liner tape because it's a really strong tape. You can use your wet glues at home, but just for speed. And then what I would do is I'd cut out another circle.
Yes.
I'm going to bring this down so you can see. Another circle, craft card circle, for all of the sizes. And then with my wet glue again, over the top. So that sandwiches it and keeps it nice and firm. And that means that the joining has been hidden at the back.
Okay.
And you've got a nice smooth grip. But you've glued it twice then, and so it's got a good grip of that ribbon, so you can hang it wherever you want to hang it, okay? So that's what you do to get it to hang together. And then, Ben, it's just all about the decorating. So all I've done now is take, I need my little glue gel syringe. What have I done with that? It was there a second ago. Oh, it's here. I can
Got
see
it?
it. There, we've got it, yes. And then what I've done is take those fabulous die and stamp sets, which are the florals. I've die cut them, I've stamped them, and I've painted them with my sparkle inks.
Gorgeous.
And then I've just shaped them.
Yeah.
And you've got these beautiful, beautiful florals. And then I'm just going to, with my 3D glue gel, add these to my wreath in an arrangement, and always with florals, 3s and 5s and 7s, because that's how we plant them in the garden. Odd numbers are more aesthetically pleasing than even numbers. So when you're laying your florals out, always 1s, 3s, 5s and 7s, odd numbers.
I knew that applied to craft. I did not know that applied to general gardening as well.
Yes, and I know this because I'm married to a horticulturist.
Ah, well then you would know, wouldn't you?
Yeah.
Yeah. 3 5s and 7s.
3, 5s and 7s, odd numbers. So you see, I just line them up there like that. And then we've got the little bunnies. And the little bunnies are going to get glued inside. They've been stamped and coloured using our Illustrator markers.
Yeah.
And then I've got couple of lovely sentiments that we've stamped from the sentiment range. That would get stuck in the middle of that one.
Oh, that's brilliant.
This one's going to get stuck on the thank you one up here. Then I've got one more little floral that's going to go on the thank you. And then this range has some really lovely little bits of foliage in. So you can stick some foliage, just decorate that round there, have that in a little wreath arrangement. So you've got a lovely little curl coming up on the thank you there, which looks gorgeous, doesn't it?
Absolutely.
And once you've done all of that and it's all stuck in place, then this is what you have.
That is fantastic.
And I'm just going to show you the back. You can see my bits of card there where I've sandwiched the ribbon.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you've got that nice flat back to it, sandwiching the ribbon exactly as I showed you earlier with your extra piece of craft card. And then you've got your beautiful hanging there, which I think is a really nice little piece of seasonal home decor.
I absolutely love this. I tell you what, I've got a couple of comments here to read, and whilst I'm doing that, if you could please lay out all of the makes that you've made so far, so that we can get all of the votes coming in for demo of the show. This is going to be a tough vote. What's going to be your favourite out of all of the demos that we've seen? You may not have actually been here for the whole show, but wait till you see what Leann has been making. I think, you know, some brilliant, brilliant demos from Leann, absolutely. I mean, the creativeness that side of the studio is just brilliant, but also says a lot about these products as well, doesn't it? The fact that, you know, there's so many creative ideas coming from you guys, and also, you know, Leann as well. Susie T on YouTube just saying, Leann, you have totally inspired me today. Can't wait to gift these to my daughter for her birthday. Seeing you demo these, I know she will love them. So let us go through everything that Leann has made over the course of this show. And we started off a couple of hours ago almost with, it was the fairy door first, wasn't it?
It was the little fairy door, so that's number one. Oh, I love the fairy door. Oh, I can't decide, Ben. So that's number one, fairy door.
Uh-huh.
Number two,
Oh, yeah.
the bunny.
I like the bunny.
We liked the bunny, didn't we? We liked the
did.
bunny. And then number three, our favourite, Ben.
Yes.
Our favourite, Ben.
Here they are,
Here we are.
look.
Here we are. Moss and Sisal.
Moth and Sisal. Gotta be, isn't it? I mean, that's pretty. I mean, they're all great, but come on.
Oh, come on. Moss and Sisal.
come
I think
on.
so. Anyway, that's just our preference, Ben. And then we've got the hanging, beautiful piece of home decor
I mean,
wreath.
that's special.
And that's number four.
So 1, the fairy door, 2, the rabbit, 3, the key rings, 4, the home decor. Good luck on voting for your favourite out of that lot. Any of those could go on our Crafty Walk of Fame. Any of those could quite easily be the demo of the week. Now, just to quickly update you on some of the stock. Right, you know those... Get ready, Leann. Leann, get ready. You know those gnomes, the Nordic gnomes that we had that were limited stock a few moments ago?
Yeah.
Well, unfortunately, don't scream and shout. They've now...
Sold out!
Yay! Congratulations if you managed to get your hands on the Nordic gnomes. Well done. You're going to love working with those. I reckon loads of you just jumped on to grab those so you can make the key rings, which I think was a brilliant idea. We've also got the everyday characters. Let's just quickly show you these. Grab these. Listen, if you have missed out, again, if you're wanting to make key rings as well, if you love that idea, you've got the ability to do that, of course, with these as well if you should wish. You've got your rabbit there. So with each of these, you get 2 of the larger characters and then 6 of the slightly smaller ones. So you've got your rabbit, you've got your owl, then you've got your fox, you got your elephant, then you have got your little doggy, and then you have got your cat. So again, you get 2 of the bigger ones on each of the sheets and 6 of the smaller ones. 30% of the stock has now gone. So there's another 10% of the stock has gone since we last checked in. Grab them. You're going to love them. $19.99 or $28.49 is the deal on those. Then we've also got this set here, which loads of you are loving. Your essential 10-piece set. We can actually show you the other side of the studio because I haven't got the teapot. We are approaching 70% of the stock gone here. Big numbers on this show. I'm not surprised, really I'm not. You've got the teapots there, so 2 of those you'll get. You'll get 2 of your watering cans. You'll get 2 sets of the welly boots. And then particularly with Easter in mind, you've got those 2 rabbits and then the 2 baskets as well. And of course with each of them you do get the stand so you can stand them up as you're seeing there. That again, what a deal. $12.99 or $18.99 is the price on those. The wreaths, half of the stock of those have gone as well. And again, do you know what? I think the fact that we've chatted so much about what you can be using these for. You know, we've come up with a few ideas. You guys have come up with ideas of your own as well. Just so super versatile, from making home decor pieces, as we've chatted about, from making mobiles, from making dream catchers, however you want to use them. Super versatile. $9.99. It may well be now you're thinking to yourself, I need more than one set because I've got ideas and creative projects running through my mind at a rate of knots. $19.99 or $14.99 if you want to go for the Wreath collection. Whichever way you go, though, go swiftly, and particularly for this fairy door too, again proving really popular. You get your artboard with this as well, so again it's a really lovely collection. So you've got that sort of set of fairy doors there that you can piece together with this little set here again. So you've got things like your little welcome mat included there, and your little door knocker, and then on top of all of that you're going to get a sheet of fairies, which is really cute. Lots of different fairies of shapes and sizes. And then you're going to get 2 sheets of this board here. And this is the one which will allow you to make the fairy door that Leann showed you a few moments ago. And of course with this, you've got the stand included in there too. Little mushrooms, windows, I mean, all sorts. Well over half of the stock of this has gone. $14.99 or $21.99, and actually, yes, quicker than I could do it. Leann's just assembling the little, the other part of the fairy door collection over that side of the studio for you, so you can have a look.
Ben, because it's so clever. So you've got the base, and then you've got this lovely little archway, and that fits in. Oh yes, that's backwards, sorry. Thank you so much for being so vigilant with that. And then, look, these 2 little spaces that you've got at the bottom, I love this, because if you want to decorate this fairy door closed, then that fits inside there.
And it's on the angle at the back, isn't it?
Like that.
Yeah.
And then that goes over the top, and you've got it fairy door closed. But if you want it to do fairy door open, and this is where I'd be doing some lovely of that patterned paper, so it looked like you had patterned wallpaper in the background. I'd be doing a little panel back here. That fits fairy door open, and I'd have some LED lights all wrapped around the outside. And then you've also got, if I pop this out, I'm sure Dreamees won't mind. You've got this little space at the side here. Look, so you can pick it, stand in your little door, and then look, your welcome mat, Ben. Exactly, look, welcome mat, decorated all up. Honestly, you're going to have so much fun with this. It's just fabulous. It really is gorgeous. And then you've got a little liner for the porthole for the door, so you can put that on, so you've got texture with it there. You've got your little door knocker and the space to put your door knocker. You've got your letterbox, the space to put your letterbox. Yeah. It really is. It's a fabulous little collection, and I just wanted to show you how that went together. I'm so glad we had time just to see that, because that was great. And so again, you get two of those, 2 of the sheets of the fairy door, and then the sheet of fairies included as well for $14.99 or $21.99. We are at the end of the show. Boy, oh boy, so many votes coming in on this. But the demo of the show, it was a close run thing between the home decor and Moss and Sisal, the key rings. But I can tell you that the winner is... It's the key rings, Moss and Sisal, demo of the show. Whoop, whoop. Oh, fabulous. I'm so happy that Moss and Sisal won. Are you in on Sunday, Ben? I'm not back now till Tuesday next week. So whoever's in on Sunday needs to know that these are put safely, because these belong to Ben and I. Yeah, because these are going to be our thing. Yeah, I'm pleased that you chose them, but slightly disappointed that I can't take mine home tonight, but never mind. Leann, thank you for what was a brilliant hour. Shall we do it again in a couple of hours? Yeah, why not? We've had so much fun. That would be fabulous. We are going to be bringing you Creative Cravings with a deal on the Nature's Garden Woodland Creatures collection that you will not believe. I'm not going to tell you what it is now. You'll have to tune in later on to find out, but you will want to be with us in a couple of hours' time here on Crafters TV. Check out your carts, check out your baskets, get these goodies. What a show. We'll see you in a couple of hours. Bye for now.